Each week we check out a new gun museum. We call it the Firearm Museum Tour. A big part of our Gun Show Loophole tour is checking out the firearms museums around the country, and we know that they're all interested in getting more visitors and more awareness. So we're going to help by featuring a new museum each week. Next up on our Firearms Museums tour is going to be page 5 of our passport, and that's the Fuller gun collection at the Chickamauga battlefield in Tennessee. This one's from 1954, so it's one of our oldest museums. It's a personal or a private collection of over 2,000 firearms. Not all of them are on display, but most of them are. It's pretty much open every day. It's at a national park, so there's free admission. You can leave a donation. I'm sure that all stays there for facilities. So in the 1920s, Claud Fuller began collecting in Kansas. Then when he retired to Chattanooga, Tennessee, he started, I guess the battlefield opened up, and he working there. So the collection was acquired by him over the 20s and 30s, and then it's been on display since 1954. His specimens are the evolution of the mechanisms throughout the history of our military campaigns, and it's an interesting collection. So when we dig into some of the stuff that we collected from that, we went there in 2012 with when we were on the tour in the country with Haas, and Artisan Tony brought us there, and wanted to make sure we checked it out. So it's at the Chickamauga and Chattanooga battlefields, which are basically on the border between Tennessee and Georgia. If you go from Chattanooga to Georgia there, I can't think of the name in Athens. You're going to go right past Chickamauga. So the Chickamauga battlefield has a building up at the north end of it, I think, and that's where the museum is located. And this is a battlefield map, or a map of the big battlefield, and some information about the battle. But there's also a book you can get, and get coffee stains on it, of the museum's collection. So this is a book that I grabbed there at the museum back in 2012. It's called The Fuller Collection of American Military Shoulder Arms. Pretty cool. This is one of the statues that's there. And it looks like this is a book from 2007. It shows Mr. Fuller there. We'll have to do a cartoon of that dude. This is what the main entrance looks like. There's a bunch of cannon out front. Then we've got some of the evolution of the rifles, the sidearms, shoulder arms, and these are really just the major ones featured here, just maybe a dozen pages of individual firearms, but they show a pretty good step in the evolution of the mechanisms, but only show you just a portion of the guns that are there. As I remember, the photography was a little rough. There was some glare. You can even tell in their own book they've got a little glare there, and this was done before a lot of photo editing was available. So it is what it is, but it's a great, fun place to check out. It's in an old building. I don't know if that's an old home or what the story is of the building, but it's a great location if you're driving through that area. Check it out. Not too far north of there is Athens, Tennessee, where the Battle of Athens happened, and I'm trying to think of some other museums in the area. There's not really. So if you're in near Atlanta, I guess that's where we're thinking. If you're near Atlanta, if you're near Chattanooga, definitely worth checking out the Fuller collection at the Chickamauga battlefield. All right, stay tuned for more in our series as we check out the various U.S. firearms museums each week. If you've been to the Fuller Museum, let us know in the comments. If you plan on attending, let us know. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there's a Civil War train museum not too far south in the town in Georgia where they got a law in the books that say that you have to own a firearm. Is that can't I think of the name of that town? So that town in Georgia is just a bit south of there, and there's a museum there with some Civil War trains, and I saw Johnny Rollins shooting show that has a video of that museum, and there's some guns there as well. So if you happen to be in that area, I'll put a link to that other Civil War museum as well. Alright, so that's what we've got. Let us know in the comments what you think. If you've been there, if you're planning on going. Until next time, thanks for watching. So let us know what you think. We'll be watching the comments wherever you find the video, over on gunstreamer.com or on guntube.org. Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals at gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching gunwebsites.com.